Hello, I'm back. Just wanted to get a little more light on the situation here. It's the first time I've gone live outside from my porch. So this is my Spirit Animal Oracle series. So if you've been following, I have been pulling through messages using Colette Baron Reed's Spirit Oracle cards. I love the back of this design here. And if you recall last week, Flamingo Spirit and Frog Spirit came through. Flamingo wanted immediately to work with a spirit animal companion, and that is Frog Spirit. And then a few days into that journey last week, Flamingo wanted to invite yet another companion spirit animal, which was Peacock Spirit. Let it shine. So, Flamingo Spirit embracing the in-between, with Frog Spirit clearing out the clutter, and then adding in letting it shine. So you can watch that, those recordings from last week. I'm going to put them back in the deck because we are pulling a new Spirit Animal Oracle today. So as I shuffle the deck, let me see. So I definitely can reflect on and appreciate the messages from Flamingo and Frog, embracing the in-between and clearing out the clutter. Having just moved relatively recently from a studio apartment into a much larger condominium square foot space, I am really enjoying decorating and setting everything up the way I want. And where I am embracing the in-between is that stage of like, okay, I've not quite gotten everything to where I want it to be yet. Things were still in boxes, so I'm still unpacking some of those, like, you know, boxes of little tchotchke type stuff that I really love, those objects that I love having around that have significance to me, and trying to find just the right places for them to go. And also, you know, making sure, I know this sounds kind of like a small thing, but making sure I'm staying on top of, like, recycling, like, the boxes and getting the empty boxes out of my way so they don't take up space, and, you know, fine-tuning the placement of the furniture, like how part of that message coming through, clearing out the clutter, you know, how the energy of objects can have an impact on you, and being mindful of that. So that's definitely been something I've been thinking about and embracing, and that it's okay to be in this in-between. It's okay to not have it just right yet. I'm not aiming for perfection. I'm just aiming for what feels perfectly imperfect for me, and letting it shine. So doing all of these things, continuing to do all these things, continuing to clear out the clutter, embrace the in-between, allows me to be more in the present moment, appreciate the present moment, and gives clarity, gives like a canvas of clarity for my voice or my vision or my project or whatever it is that I'm doing in the moment. So those are my general reflections. I could kind of go on and on, but those are my general reflections with Flamingo and Frog and Peacock from last week. I would be more than happy to read and reflect with you all as well on any thoughts that you have about that. All right, so who is going to be coming through today as the next spirit animal? As I'm doing this final shuffle, Flamingo is actually kind of nudging to say that, you know, continue to work on embodying, continuing to choose to embody being okay in the in-between. Like, even if it feels uncertain, even if it feels like you're not certain where you're heading, because embracing the in-between is about being in the present moment. And in the present moment, when we are fully present in the present moment, we can't be worried about the future. We can't be reflective of the past, because all we have is now, right? In this present moment now, all of my past life experiences, all of those events have already happened. So they don't have any power necessarily, in a way, so to speak, over me. They are opportunities for me to understand and reflect and learn from and all of that stuff, but they're not controlling my present moment. And thinking about the future, yes, we've got a plan. We've got to, you know, being human is, the planning is being a part of being human. However, you know, I don't need to attach worry or concern to a future potential that hasn't happened yet. So in the way of like projecting what we think might happen in the future, Flamingo wants us to not get caught up in that, not get caught up in projected outcomes of the future, and just go ahead and be okay in the moment with just being fully 100% present and grounded in the moment. So Flamingo, if you are so inclined, would like to continue to hang out with us. So let's see who the next spirit animal is going to be. Oh, nice. This is a new one for this series. I haven't seen this one come through yet. So Seahorse Spirit. Seahorse Spirit. I love it. Okay. Watch and wait. Watch and wait. Okay, let's see what the message is. This one. Watching and waiting. Being patient, watching and waiting. So this is about seeds that have already been planted and having patience as they take root and grow. Watch and wait. Watch and wait. And this is about seeds of magic, seeds of new beginnings, seeds of, again, as we get deeper and deeper, further and further into this Chinese New Year of the Fire Horse, with those new frameworks, new definitions, new normals that we have established for ourselves, shedding the stuff that no longer works, shedding that with the year of the snake, and having patience. This is why Flamingo wanted to hang out again. Flamingo knew, I'm going to pull Flamingo out again. Flamingo knew that this was the theme coming through. This is great. So having patience in the in-between, embracing the in-between. So when we plant a seed, you know, we need to water it, we need to nurture it, it needs sunlight, it needs care. That is absolutely essential before we even see any evidence of the plant or the flower or whatever it is that we're growing, the tree. And so we need to just watch and wait. And the watching here from Seahorse is about discernment. So as we are having patience, embracing the in-between of the seeds that have been planted for our new selves, our new definitions of ourselves, as we are watching and waiting and discerning, we're going to be able to tell, okay, does it need a little more water? And maybe Does it need some shade? Is it getting too much sun? So those would be things like, do we need to adjust our healthy boundaries? Do we need some more self-care, some more TLC? So watching is about discernment, paying attention, being aware of and noticing what we notice as we are embracing the in-between of having planted that seed and waiting for that seed to grow and blossom into whatever it is going to be. So the watching part of that, and then waiting, again, that's being patient and not rushing it, right? Not rushing it. So no wonder Flamingo was nudging to stick around. So Flamingo wants to support this message from Seahorse Spirit as we are watching and waiting and embracing the in-between of how our new selves are going to express in the world, how we're going to be moving through the world now that we have released and let go of and are continuing to release and let go of. Let's face it, it's an ongoing process. The things that no longer serve us, the definitions that no longer serve us, the energy that's outdated, no longer relevant, as we shed and release all of that, watching and waiting for the magic of our new selves as our new selves emerge. Seahorse Spirit, watch and wait, along with Flamingo, continuing to hang out with us, encouraging us to embrace the in-between. All right. Just seeing, are there any other messages? Thank you, Seahorse Spirit. It's very subtle, but the circle here has some designs in it that feel very much like the movement of the design feels like it's expanding, like it's starting from a center point and expanding outward, almost like the sun, like a sundial kind of thing. I don't know if you can see it. So that is just reinforcing the message of emergence, and actually emergence, and Seahorse is saying returning to our true selves. Because isn't that what we're doing as we shed those things that no longer serve? It's just helping us to reveal what's truly been there, that's been like clouded and not as visible or accessible because of that conditioning or those definitions or frameworks that we're releasing and stepping into the truth of us, the true essence of us. Yeah, so overall message, keep going. Don't get discouraged. Belief comes before we actually see the evidence in the 3D world. Thank you, Yuki Yoshi, one of my other teachers, who has helped me to really understand and embody that truth, that once we really step into belief, then that will impact and influence our external circumstance. So it is believing before we are able to see, not the other way around. So when I believe it, I will see it, rather than when I see it, I will believe it. So keep going. Both of these beautiful spirit animals want us to keep going. Don't get discouraged. Remember the importance of self-care, healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries to me also includes logical and healthy compartmentalizing. So as we're moving through circumstances and situations, especially those that might have like some visceral emotion attached to it. We have to function as humans, right? So it's okay and healthy to compartmentalize and provide those healthy boundaries and make arrangements and agreements with yourself and your spirit that, okay, now in this moment might not be the best time to move through that emotion. This little dreadlock is just killing me, how it's just poking up like that. Might not be the best moment given the context of what I need to take care of, but when I get home, I'm going to give myself permission to lean all in to that emotion and let it move through me until it's complete, until that expression of that emotion is complete. And celebrate the joyful things. Celebrate the joyful things. Celebrate when you can recognize and notice how you are really embodying those new narratives and new definitions of yourself. Celebrate that and continue to have patience for the other things that are still growing, that are still taking root, that will flower and flourish as we watch and wait and discern what we need to do to help take care of those seeds that we have planted. So, all right. Thank you so much, everyone. Oh, let me see how long they want to spend with us. Okay. So I'm getting the impression that from Flamingo really wants to be almost like Squirrel was for a while, almost like Butterfly, just in the sidelines and the bleachers whenever we're ready to call Flamingo in to the game. Flamingo is going to be there. So Seahorse. Also White Raven. White Raven is tapping me on my shoulder right now. White Raven was about magic. Let's see. Alright, Seahorse Spirit, how long do you want to spend with the collective of us right now? So Seahorse wants to spend 4 days with us and then wants to invite a companion. So 4 days, so today's Tuesday to Wednesday, Wednesday to Thursday, Thursday to Friday, Friday to Saturday. So on Saturday, we're going to invite a companion to work with Seahorse. And then Seahorse is like, once we get that companion, we'll figure out how much longer the two of them want to work with us as a collective. And Flamingo is just going to be there in the background in the bleachers cheering us on. And for some reason, I am wanting to pull out White Raven Spirit, the magic. The message about the magic is wanting to come through, watching and waiting, and actually anticipating as truth that the seeds that we've planted. Trust in the magic. There it is. Trust in the magic. Trust in the magic that the seeds that we have planted are going to flourish in divine timing, and that we will be able to discern as we watch and wait. We will be able to discern how we need to care for the seeds that we've planted. So again, does it need a little more water? Is it getting a little too much sun? Do we need to sing to it? So discerning those things as we watch and wait, as we trust divine timing and trust in the magic of the seeds that we have planted. All right, so White Raven Spirit, do you want to also hang out with us now? No, White Raven Spirit just seems to like to fly in and out a little bit lately. Alright, so White Raven Spirit just wanted to tuck in there with that reminder to trust that as souls born of light and love, as souls having these human experiences, we are kind of inherently magical already, right? We are already carrying the seeds of magic. So, of course, whatever we plant and whatever we nurture, when we are aligned with our truth in that regard, it can't help be but magical as we watch it grow. All right. Thank you, Seahorse Spirit, watching and waiting. Thank you, Flamingo, for hanging out in the sidelines as our cheerleader. And thank you, White Raven Spirit, for the brief reminder to trust in the magic of the seeds that we've planted. So on Saturday, we will pull a companion spirit for Seahorse. And we'll take it from there. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Until next time.